Hello everyone, welcome to the Strategic Project Management course online part 1. I'm Dr. Peter Kwan, and this course is sponsored by the Hong Kong College of Engineering and Hong Kong Institution of Data Center Engineers, as well as the Hong Kong Institution of Facility Engineers. For this part 1, we have 5 lectures here, plus 1 exercise. Lecture 1 is the introduction. Lecture 2 is a chapter 1, which we want to know why projects fail or succeed. And then chapter 2 is about strategic project management. Chapter 3 is about strategic project manager. And chapter 4 is about complete project management process. And then we have an exercise 1. So this is part 1. Now let's move on to the introduction of the whole course. Actually, the course consists of 4 parts, and this is part 1. So let us look at these 4 parts. As we mentioned about before, part 1 is about introduction, why projects will success and fail, and what is a strategic project management. Project management in the old days is about managing a project, but now we need strategy. We need strategies to manage projects, and that's why we call it strategic project management. Then chapter 3 is about the strategic project manager. For the project manager who has strategy, what are the requirements here? Chapter 4 is about the complete project management checklist or a process. You will find that project management does not stop when the project is handovered. Part 2 will consist of 5 chapters. Like chapter 5 is the project initiation strategy, how to start a project. When you have a concept, when you want to do a project, what do we do? And chapter 6 is about managing the consultant with strategy. Because most of the time we do not do our own project ourselves. We need the consultants. And chapter 7, we talked about managing the design. Again, with strategy. Chapter 8 is about contract. What sort of a contract that we should use? There are strategies there. Chapter 9 is about tender evaluation strategy. How to evaluate a tender. Part 3 consists of, again, 5 chapters, like chapter 10, construction management strategy, which is about managing the site construction with strategy. Chapter 11, we have some basic planning and programming strategy here. And planning and programming is important for project management. And that's why in chapter 12, we add more on advanced planning and programming strategy. Chapter 13 is about project acceleration, where there may be chances that we need to accelerate a project. What are the strategies needed? Chapter 14 is about contract negotiation strategy. How do we negotiate a contract? This is the part 3. Part 4 is about, again, 5 chapters. We will talk about, in chapter 15, we talked about claims and extension of time. How do we apply the strategy here? Chapter 16 is usually towards the end of the project construction, which is the testing commissioning strategy. Chapter 17 is about project handover strategy, how to hand over successfully. Chapter 18 is an important chapter, which is talking about how to manage a project on time, cost, and quality. Of course, these are the basic things. There may be some other strategies required. Chapter 19 is the final chapter of this 4-part series, which is talking about total quality project management strategies. So you are welcome to start with the part 1, and if you find that part 1 is useful, you can go on to part 2, part 3, and part 4. Or you look at this, you want to go to individual part first of all, which will meet up with what you need right away. Now, so part 1 is more like a general discussion or introduction about projects and strategic projects. And part 2 is more to do with the pre-design, anything before the site construction. And part 3 is more on the site construction management. And part 4 is more to do with any advanced strategy or towards the end of the project construction. What are the strategies that we can use? So basically, this is the introduction of this 4-part series for the Strategic Project Management online course. Thank you very much.